are back here at Royal City Nursery for another great episode of Get Growing. Tanya joining us once again. Great to see you as always.
Absolutely lovely to see you. It is beautiful out.
I know. We've been really lucky with a nice sunny stretch, and I'm sure that's, people are enjoying what's in their garden. But one thing I know we're going to talk about today, watering. And what we should be doing, maybe what we shouldn't be doing too.
Awesome. And really, whether it's really, really hot or even on a cloudy day, the wild part is if your plants are in the ground, they actually need pretty close to the same amount of water.
Okay.
Right? So when it gets all warm out, our heads get a little bit kerfuffled.
Yes, that happens.
It does. Happens. And we go a little nuts. We don't need to do that. So I want to show you a few tips and tricks that we use both here in the garden center and at home.
Okay.
So I'd like to actually start with sprinkler talk.
Okay.
I know it's weird, but that's where we're starting. Right. So our most common sprinkler is the oscillating sprinkler. Love this as a kid.
Yep.
Right.
Many of us, I think, have this one at home.
Yep. And we run through it. We play in it. It's awesome for that. We also, this is actually one of my personal favorites. So this little disc sprinkler, the nice thing on this one is there's a whole bunch of different settings.
Okay.
Right, so I have different settings, then I can set to an actual shape, where this one, the oscillating is really tough. I'm only going to get one shape out of that, and it's going to go everywhere.
So it's kind of customizing a little bit more.
Yes, so we're getting more customized. When we look at something like this, and this is one of the ones that it's got that little clap system in, right? So it makes a wild noise. The nice thing with these guys is they actually have a couple of guides on the bottom that mean that we can set it to go all the way around, or we can set it to do half or 3/4 or whatever. So we're actually just getting water where we want it.
Okay.
And that's the big deal.
Very
we need
nice.
to get water where we want it. Love this one. This one's great for playing in, not so good for water consumption.
Okay, see? More you know.
Right? So with this, because we want to avoid, when we're watering, we want to avoid getting a lot of water in the air.
Right.
That's what this one does.
Okay.
Phenomenal for the people. Not so good on your water bill. If you're looking at something like this, one of the reasons I like this one is because, again, we can customize the shape. And if I don't turn it on so much, I can actually just get a little itty bitty flow out of it.
Great.
So it's still good for jumping through.
Hey.
Awesome.
Good. Two purposes.
Yes. And then this one, super easy, right? I can spike it in and I can leave it always, always, always set an egg timer inside or set the hose timer outside, so you've got your timing. But one of the things for the garden, so those are sprinklers that are great for the lawn.
Right.
For the garden, I'm going to get you to turn this on.
Okay.
This is a weeping hose.
Okay.
We're going to put Andrew to the test today.
Oh, let's see, like that.
There we go.
Oh, look at that.
But if we watch
yes.
this, we can see the water beating out of the hose
wow,
here.
look at that.
Really cool.
Holy smokes.
And awesome. I'm going to move over because you and I are going to get dripped on.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great. It's warm out. But what this does is this puts water right at the ground level.
Wow.
So we have no water in the air, and we're going to put this under our mulch layer. So we're going to plant, we're going to wrap this around our plants, and then mulch on top.
Perfect.
So we decrease the amount of water we use.
And it's nice and hidden, so you won't see it.
And it's nice and cool, right?
Do you want it on or off?
Let's turn it off.
Okay,
We're getting
perfect.
wet. One of the things we got to think about when we're thinking garden spaces is if we've got a plant that we've just planted that's this size, so this is in a 2-gallon or a 3-gallon pot.
Okay.
Once a week, that's it. Once every 5 to 7 days, I'm going to fill a watering can like this, and this is in the garden.
Right.
That's all the water that this plant needs.
I was definitely overwatering mine.
But what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to do a good soaking all at once.
Okay.
Every 5 to 7 days, right? You're still going to stuff your finger in the soil and see what it's doing down there.
Right.
But we're not going to water a little bit every night. We don't need to, and our watering restrictions don't allow us.
Right.
But that's okay, because our watering restrictions do allow us to do this properly.
Okay.
So if we do a little bit more water all at once, we're going to get water further down the root structure, which also means we point those roots down.
Right.
So next year, when it's hot and dry like this, we're doing less work. Way
all
easier,
have less
right?
work in the long run.
You got it. And then the only other thing we got to keep in mind, we change this, is if we have something that's in a pot. So we've got a hanging basket, we've got an annual planter. At this point, that's the only thing we're going to fertilize.
Okay.
right? So it's so hot, we are not fertilizing our gardens.
Right.
We talked about this last week. If we're gonna fertilize at all, it's gonna be anything that's in a pot, and we're using a granular that you just sprinkle on the surface.
Gotcha, perfect.
And then you're gonna check everything that's in a pot, check it once a day.
Okay.
Just to make sure, and you may find that you're doing one of these guys once a day to your pots, but that's okay, right? In the ground, we're gonna space our waterings out, do more quantity all at once. In a pot, we gotta do what the pot's gonna do.
Right.
Just to be simple.
All right, so definitely all the watering tips that I'm gonna take at home, and maybe next year my garden will look even
It'll
better.
look better. It'll look better. That's the goal.
I will report back, but lots of options depending on what works for you.
You got it.
Tanya, always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
We'll see you soon.